What's up, everybody? Welcome in, chat. What we're doing today, to completely raw and uncut, I'm just going to break down gameplay from one of my videos as a defender, just to discuss what I'm doing. I actually have not looked back at this match. I just picked one of the matches that I did on stream, and we're going to try to break down everything that's going on, things that I'm doing right, things that I'm doing wrong. Hopefully it'll help you guys become better defenders. But it's just been something that people have been asking me to do. So I figured I would share it and kind of give you my thought process on stream. I was giving you my thought process as I was playing, but we're going to break it down just a little bit more. So let's take a look at the video, and right, we're going to give it a play here. So right off the bat, this is the very start of the game. And right now, just trying to give everybody space, trying to figure out what everybody's doing, what the offense is doing, and it seemed like that they were going to play slow. So that was the first thing that I was doing there. What pace am I going to see during this game in terms of what the offense is going to do? And it seemed like they were going to do things slowly. So some of the things that I was already watching immediately is I was looking at the map here. Obviously, you see the map down at the bottom. That's always my first go-to. So for things like who's on the map, the first thing I'm looking for here, right, is we have a defender here, or attacker there, and an attacker there. So I'm trying to find my way in between those attackers, as we, of course, have someone who has the ball right here. So that's the first thing that I'm looking for here. Because if he's going to make a pass either to this guy or to the guy that's behind me back here, I at least am in a position to do something with these, because these are your immediate threats, or my immediate threats. And then we obviously have someone on the map here. There's another attacker that's right behind me off screen here. So that's my first move there, and that's the very first thing that I'm looking at. So if we keep continuing to play, right, now we're further on. They've spaced out now, right? This guy still has the ball right here, but now we have our attacker has moved on further, so I'm watching him. But now on the mini map, I have someone off to the side back here. So again, just trying to position myself in the middle between these two, but I'm close enough if I need to get to this guy, and I'm definitely close enough if he passes to the guy behind me. And then I have help here. I'm assuming that if he goes to the corner, this guy will come and he will take on the attacker in the corner. I don't know, from my experience, a lot of defenders aren't necessarily covering the middle. So I like to position myself in the middle because I don't want to assume that someone else will be in that position, and I would rather be in that position myself. So we'll continue to play and let's see what happened. So he goes off the wall. So I immediately see that, and I will immediately hit my extra effort, or at least try to hit my extra effort in this situation. I think I got it wrong. The next thing I'm looking at is, I know it's going off of the wall because I can tell from the trajectory here. Don't know why my line is working. Here we go. Because I can tell by the trajectory here that it's going to go off the wall. And I'm also paying attention to my mini map where the ball is going to go. I think I misjudged this one, but I'm setting myself up to head this one out just to clear it, because we have an attacker that's off to the side over here. So let's see how it played out. Yeah, we ended up with a save. So that ended up being perfect. So now all I'm doing here with the goalkeeper is I'm now just trying to give him a lane to pass. I'm actually not going to be attacking. I've got room here, but I'm also trying to give him a lane to pass. So I don't want to go too far up here, because this defender will be able to cut off this passing lane. So I'm always trying to give my goalkeeper a passing lane. So that's all I'm doing here. He sends it forward. So I immediately drop back and I let the defender, the attacker, pass me, because I have an attacker behind me still that you can see on the mini map here. So now I'm trying to create separation just in case this guy gets the ball. I can now be in a situation where I can intercept this pass if it comes this way. So that's my next way of thinking here. And look at this. We're just 20 seconds into the match. but that's what I'm thinking. So I'm trying to get in between the two, and I'm eventually going to let the defender pass me if he passes me here. So we see this is what happens. They get possession of the ball. So I'm now doing a quick check. I still have a defender behind me. We have one here. We have one here. So what I'm technically trying to do here is I'm trying to bait the goalkeeper into a pass now. So right here, I know I have a defender on my mini map. I have a defender on my mini map here. So he's right here. So what I'm trying to do is I want to fake as if there's enough space here for this goalkeeper to make this pass so that I can hit extra effort and intercept it. So we move forward again. So I'm giving him a little bit of space because I want to bait it a little bit. He passes to the one in front of him. But again, my defender is now on the move, so I'm following with him, but giving him a little bit of space. And we're going to see what the guy with the ball, the attacker, does. But so let's play forward. Now we've got a guy over here, and we have a guy directly to my right here. You can see on the mini map. So again, trying to stay directly in between. I actually have help behind me. I don't think I realized that I have help behind me because there's the goalkeeper here. So I'm actually really in a bad spot, and I could probably push up and come cover this guy with help directly behind me. But he might move on the map to the guy over here. All right, so we play on. Oh, let me clear this out. So we get good pressure there by the attacker. So I position myself to give him help. And because I gave him help, or was positioning myself to give him help when he gets the ball here, right? I now will put myself in a passing lane, which I'm in a passing lane here, but I was also in a passing lane here if he needs help. I am there just in case he needs it, or in this case, the ball gets intercepted or he loses it right there. I can get it right back to him. So I immediately, once he gets the ball, I have a habit of doing this, so I can actually show you. Once I get the ball back, let's go back. Let's go back a little bit more. Did I pass it already? I did. We'll let it play out. Raw and uncut right here. We're just going to go straight through this video. So here it is again. There's one other thing that I would have preferred to have done here. Okay. So they're going to have this 50-50 right here. It's going to go off the attacker's head. Right there. Boom. Okay. So in this position, I could have. So what I obviously ended up doing is I went back for the pass, which was right. But I have tons of space, if you look on my map here, to this side. So what I'm trying to get better at doing is I'm trying to get better at push balling and going this way. This will give me more room, and it will give time for the attacker to make his moves, right? So I can get the ball back up the field. It is a habit of mine that once I get the ball, even though I know I had the open lane, I directly passed it back to him, which I did, and he was able to get it. But if I would have push balled in this direction, I would have had more time to see what everybody else is going to do, including my attacker, and even the guy that's out here, maybe he's wide open. I didn't make a wrong play here, but there was definitely another play that I could have made. So I went for the pass. It was fine. He gets through. He finds a teammate up, and I'm providing help just in case he needs to pass the ball, even though that was a goal. Just in case he needed to come back to me, I was providing help with a little bit of a passing lane, and we were actually able to get a goal, and we were just 40 seconds in. So that was a great first offensive push by the team. And these are randoms, by the way, 5v5. And we were able to get the goal, and we were up 1-0. And that's 45 seconds into the game. I'll try not to make this video too long, but it'll at least give you an idea of what I'm thinking. So you're going to see the replay, but that's my goal, is I want to be have open passing lanes for the attackers, even if they don't use them a ton, but also know what my next move is. So I immediately play back here again just to see what the offense is doing. This is my guy here that I'm going to be watching, but I don't necessarily need to push for this pass yet because this isn't really a threat, or at least it's not a threat to me. So I always kind of play back just to see what they do. And I also allow my attackers, who are off the screen here, the opportunity to push up the field so that I am going behind them. So that's always what I'm doing here, is I'm just kind of assessing what's going on. I pushed up a little bit, and now I'm seeing what they're running offensively. Again, I'm giving my attacker over here, the guy that I'm defending, some space just to make this guy think that he has this pass. But I could really pick this off if I needed to, because this is a long way to go to get this guy. So I don't completely cover him. There are situations where I mark people tight, but in this situation, I'm not marking tight. So I'm giving him some opportunity, but we get the steal, and now they're pushing ahead. There I am again in a spot where I could potentially get this. I'm not sure if I'll continue to push because I'm going to lose this. I might try to do a standing tackle, or I might push back because I know he's going to get the ball. But it puts me in a position to, and I go back. I decide to go back. They make a bad play. We keep possession. And now I'm just continuing to stay in an open passing lane for my attackers. Now this guy is right on me because he sees a guy back. So I'm actually going to move away from him more than likely, is my guess, because I like to create space either this way or this way. Field is so big for 5v5 that there's no reason for everybody to be on each other like we are right here, but we just happen to be in that situation. So there's a good chance that I'm probably going to move out of his way. And I move over to the right, and I was able to push a little bit further because the ball was in the corner. So I pushed up, and he's guarding the guy that's behind us. So I know I have help back. So I was able to push up. And that's one of the reasons why I did it. So we continue to play. They go back to the keeper. So I kind of reset. So here we go. Ball's in the air. I know it's going to be behind me. I can already tell from the trajectory. And on the mini map, we have the ball marker right here that's telling me where the ball's going to go. I have a guy here. Here's the attacker he's trying to get the ball to. So I'm going to try to sprint to that. I've already hit my extra effort, which you can see as soon as he hits the ball. And I'm going to sprint to the ball. I'm assuming my defender, my teammate, is also going to sprint to the ball. And it'll be a 2v1 here, or at least I'm going to try to get as close as possible to see if I can intercept it. I get the lock on, but I mess it up here, as you can tell. You saw the lock on happen with the ball. I missed it, but we still have help. Let's see what happens, because I honestly have no idea. All right, so he wins it. My teammate, he wins it, and we're going to try to push ahead. And he goes. So I now drop back. I give him, I drop back, and I now give him a passing lane, but I'm also going to see what else is in front of me. He loses it. So now he's behind. So now this is my priority with nobody else over here. So if we do a count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So everybody's in front of me. I know there's no threat here. So I'm going to go directly to the ball and challenge and hopefully get some help from my teammate. Let's see how this one plays out. So I'm going to challenge. I do not go all the way up. One of my things that I like to do when someone's on the wall here is I like to force them this way. The more you get into the corner, the harder it is for the attacker, and the easier it is for me to take this ball away. So you saw me square up to kind of tell him non-verbally, hey, I'm not going to push you, but now I'm going to make you do something, and I'm forcing you this way. He goes off the wall. So again, immediately we see the ball marker. So I'm probably going to sprint to that ball marker now. I actually think you see me about to start use my extra effort here, and I'm going to make my way to the ball marker. Goalkeeper's probably going to get this, but it's always a habit. Just in case this is off the wall, I can try to get the rebound. It would have been a ball marker here. So my guess is it's off the post, or it's somewhere super close to off the post. And it actually gets into the goal. Keeper wasn't able to make the save. Let's take a look at the replay. And let's see what happened here. Yep, so you could see me pop my extra effort, but goalie wasn't able to make the save. So now I'm in net. So I'll try to give you my thought process in net. I don't know what's happening here. I don't know what happened here. All I'm doing here is I'm now assessing the field, right? Who's where, and my main threat, I'm watching three. Sometimes I'll communicate whether or not there's a defender behind the person. So I might say, hey, Dwayne, three's behind you, or three's cherry picking, or however I like to um, verbalize that. But that's the first thing. But I'm obviously just kind of watching the gameplay because there's no threat. Because my guy has the ball, my teammate has the ball, and he's just gonna do his thing. He loses possession, so now I'm immediately watching who are my immediate threats. We have three, we have five. He is guarded, but those are my first things because I want to see if five ends up coming to the back post in my blind side. But I'm also watching the map here, so if he comes over here, right? It's possible that he could end up in my back post, but just knowing where the defenders are. So, and now I'm just trying to cut off angles, right? So also I'm trying to be as patient as possible here because I just want to see what he's going to do because I have time to react because he's outside of the box. We have an attacker here, we have an attacker here, and this guy's guarding him, and I'm hoping that this guy gets this guy, right? So that'll help with my situation in goal. All right, let's see how it plays out. We get the steal, and are we pushing it back the other way? We are pushing it back the other way. So now I'm just kind of chilling. And kind of chilling goal a little bit, see what happens. Goes into the corner. This is almost best situation for me. I feel like this is super easy to read what they're trying to do. And he really only has one thing or three things he can do. He can try to pass the ball through, right? That's one option. He could try to curve this ball into the net, also possible from this angle with a bend. Or he's going to try to go off the backboard up here and send it over to his teammates. Usually those are the three options. Let's see which one he picks. He goes for the pass. So I immediately start to shimmy over and turn my camera so I can get a sense of what's happening in front of me. The attacker gets it and he doesn't shoot, so I don't bite, luckily. Stay patient. And we are able to get the steal. I never bit, never gave up an open goal, and we're on the move out. Ball is coming back in. He gets the pass, again, trying to stay patient to see what my team's going to do. Blade shot is coming. That is the hard thing, the hardest thing to judge. I actually don't think I have a great angle. The problem is if they put a curve on the blade shot, it's so hard. Like off the shot, it looks like it's going this way. So that would be my first attempt. But if he's curving it, it could potentially decide that it comes this way. And I probably either should have stayed or it's going to curve here. It's kind of a just whatever you're thinking and go with your first instinct. What did I do here, though, is the question. It curved. I went to the left, and that was a goal. That is actually a perfect example of what I'm thinking off of the shot and what it looks like. He put a curve on it. Totally my fault. I don't really know what I could have done there. You're kind of going off the instinct on the blade shot, especially. It's hard to really stay patient because it's hit so hard. And unfortunately, we're down 2-1. So here, when I get the ball, I'm always just pushing up straight forward because I want to see what my attackers are doing. And I watch my mini map. So why I say that, I have an attacker here and I have an attacker here on my mini map. So I'm allowing the defender to push up if he wants and seeing what these guys do. This guy came off of the ball and came from here and came over here. This guy decided to go from here and now he's moving that way. So because he moved off of the ball and looking at the mini map, I know my teammate is here. I'm just going with the simple pass there. If for some reason this guy decides that he doesn't want to push up and he decides to push back, I will let my attackers push to the net if that's what they're going to do, and I'll actually just go off the top. Those are really my options because I'm personally not trying to dribble past 1, 2, 3 guys. I'm not a dribbler. I'm not a dribbler. I can dribble, but I'm not going to try to dribble 3 people. So that's my what I'm looking at. I'm looking to go this guy if he's pushing up, this guy if he's pushing up, especially if this guy moves or if this guy moves. So in this situation, he went from here and he went from there to there. So this gives me a lane. So I'm going this way, assuming, because I can't see him, that my teammate is going to continue to push forward and he gets the easy pass and they can start the offense going. That's what happened. And now again, I'm just giving passing lanes behind my attackers and also watching to see what he's going to do, because he's the immediate threat if they flip it and they try to go to the offensive side. So ball gets intercepted. So now I reposition to be a little bit closer. I could be further up still, but I thought they were going to get the ball here. It gets kicked back into the corner. So I can now push back up a little bit because it's deeper in the corner. So I push up, goalkeeper gets it. So now is when I'm baiting a little bit, but I actually tight marked him there, but we get the steal and the goal and we tie it up at 2, 3 minutes in, almost 3 minutes in. Okay. All right, here's the replay. He comes out of net, or he drops the ball. Once you drop the ball as a goalkeeper, it's free to steal. We're able to get the steal and we tie it up at 2. All right, so same thing here. I don't tight press. I'm just kind of watching what the offense is going to do here, because we don't know if these are randoms that we're playing or if this is an actual team that all queued up as 5 and that are talking. So I kind of just give them some patience to see what they're going to do. And now I'm watching 5. He goes into the corner, which is good. We can see using both the map and the ball marker there that that's where the ball is going, but I already knew off the pass. So you can see my feet. I've already hit the extra effort, and I'm going to try to beat him to the ball or try to intercept the ball before he gets there. Let's see how it plays out. He gets the ball first, but I now have him in the corner, which is what I want. This area right here is exactly where I want my defenders, is in this corner. Is absolutely perfect. It's actually going to make it easier for me to steal the ball, whether or not I steal the ball here or not, to be determined, because again, I haven't watched this gameplay since I played it hours ago earlier today. So it gets into the corner. I'm able to get to the ball, but he deflects it. But luckily, it looks like it's going to my teammate, Dwayne, right here. All right, so yep, Dwayne gets it. We've got 2 attackers though. Goalie makes a great save. And now we move on. So now I'm going to start to push ahead, and I'm going to try to get into his passing lane, but he gets rid of it quickly. And now I'm just staying in passing lanes, and I'm watching the defender behind me. That's right. Hold on. I'm watching the defender behind me. That's right here on my mini map, and he's just right here, right behind me. So just kind of staying in front of him, figuring out what he's going to do, but while also giving passing lanes. So you saw me double check. So now I'm just going to keep 4 in front of me. So they get the steal. And now I'm immediately going to start to try to cut this angle off or give them this angle. Because right now it's at least going to be a 2-on-1, possibly a 3-on-1 if this guy comes down as well. Let's see what happens. So we definitely have a 3-on-1. So with a 3-on-1, there's nothing I can do, right? My guy's trying to come back here. Maybe this guy can get the ball here. So I'm just going to hold my ground. So this guy sees that I'm holding my ground. So maybe that slows him down to allow this attacker to get the steal. But what I'm going to try to do, is I'm going to try to keep them in the middle here, because I'm protecting the goalkeeper behind me now. I'd rather them go off to the sides or make that pass to the sides than leaving the middle unprotected. So that's how I'm going to try to play this. Because it's a 3-on-1, he just missed the interception here, but now I'm starting to get some help. So that's good. So I'm hoping what's going to happen, again, I don't know, he's coming down, is that they're going to make this pass here, and we're going to get into the corner, and that's going to make us play better defense because we can then hold the middle. And that's the key, is holding the middle there. So we're able to get the steal here, great, and now we're probably off to the races again. Let's see what happens. All right, and we're able to go forward. Now we've got some attackers, and now they're pushing ahead. Perfect. So now 5 is lingering back. So I'm just probably trolling him there a little bit, but we're going to hang. So now goalkeeper has the ball, but we have my attacker here. I'm not going to tight mark him. I'm going to leave him over here in hopes that the goalkeeper can go, I can get that pass over here and I can get it to this guy. That's the hope. Let's see. So I move away from him more to give him more space on the mini map. You can tell. So he's over here. Just to bait the goalkeeper again into potentially making that pass, because I'm confident that I can get over there. He makes the pass, and the guy that he was going to pass it to actually pushed up, so he's here now. So now I have nobody here in this section, so this is all my ball. Assuming I don't make any mistakes, I should be able to get to this first, not a problem. Okay, so I have a guy coming up on me. So instead of the immediate pass, I was able to turn and face him. And what that allowed me to do is see the field. I've got a guy here with maybe a passing lane, but that's probably intercepted. And I have a guy here. So that's actually the smart move. Whether or not I actually make this decision, we'll find out. But those are my options now that I've turned and I can see the field. And that's exactly what I did. It actually helps that he calls for the ball, because when you call for the ball, I can see a line. This happens super fast though, right? But I saw him, and now I'm trying to get the ball to him. A little bit of curve to get it over 3 here. I feel like I didn't get enough power on this looking at it. And it's probably going to end up short. 3 is going to intercept it. That's probably my guess. Too short, 3 intercepts it. That was my fault. We're off to the races, and again, scanning the field. This is my immediate threat because we have a guy here. We're going to watch what the ball does as well. Let's see what my move is. I stopped because I was watching for this guy, and I noticed he's getting the ball, but we still have a threat. There's a possible interception here. He's coming hard at my teammate. They're able to get the pass off, and we're pushing it up ahead. So now I'm watching the 3 guys directly in front of me. See 4, 3, and 5. Ball is in the corner. I think this is the move. So I'm already starting to make that move. He might go to 5 because he's open, but 3 right here is not open. So my guess is he's going to come down here. So that's what I'm playing. I would be playing that regardless, but that's what I'm playing here. He goes back to the keeper, which is a good move too. Wide open, keeper's got the view of the field. I'm keeping this guy to a distance, but once he crosses half field here, I'm okay with this pass. I'll challenge after because I also want to play deep still. So I don't really need to like bait this, and I may let this pass happen, or it could come here. Where does it go? It goes to the guy that I was watching. So now I don't challenge, but I now square up to him just to see what he's going to do. There's a guy directly behind me here. You can see him on the mini map here. I mean, technically there, right? But I didn't want to mark him. That I'm also watching, but I also have a teammate who's probably guarding him too, hopefully. So I'm giving him the wall. Like I mentioned, I like the wall play. So I'm literally squaring up so he can't go here. And if he goes here, I'll actually push him a little bit because I want him to go down this way. I would rather him take the wall path and try to go up the middle than come up the middle, personally. So teammate is challenging that. He misses. So now this is me cutting off the middle, right? Cutting off his middle. And it looks like he's going to make a pass probably to this guy because he's wide open. Yep. And it goes to that guy. Now we have a guy that I noticed is wide open. I'm not going to be able to get there, but I want to mark him because I think the pass is going to go. And I think when we paused it there, we saw the pass was going to go to that side. So now we have no one over there. So that's my next play. But again, I like it because if it's forward, we're in the corner here. And that's a good place for me to attack. We get the interception and we're off to the races again the other way. So he doesn't really have any help. He did have help. And we're able to get it off the post. And there's our third goal with 1:43 left in the game. So nice play off the rebound. We're able to get the ball back and we're able to get it into the back end of the net. And we are now up 3-2 with 1:43 to go. Good positioning by the attackers there. And we now have a 1-goal lead. And now we're playing to keep the lead, although nothing really changes for me. So again, seeing where what the defenders are going to do, you can tell by the animation he's going this way. I don't know if he's going to this guy or if he's going off here, but this is a shot animation, not a pass animation. So I'm assuming he's going to the attacker that's over here, but he's guarded. So we'll see. We'll see where this goes. He passed it into the corner, which for me, I'm like, perfect, because it's going to end up over here. We can get to that, and look how many defenders we have. He probably doesn't see me, go this way. I could probably also go this way and trust my guy here, but I'm going to also try to make this play, and I'll bet I'll back off when this guy gets closer, just to end play support. Yep, I didn't challenge it all the way. I actually backed off because of the attacker here. He's watching him, but I also saw him, and I'm trusting my teammate here to make a play in the corner, because that's the easiest play for defenders to make. And he was able to get it out, and he passes back to the keeper. I always just support a little bit, and then as the keeper gets it, I'll peel out and I'll give him a passing lane. So let's see where our play is here. Always giving him a passing lane. Always trying to give him a passing lane. He goes deep, and we're back on attack. Ball is stolen. So ball is stolen. I have a guy here, but this guy's ahead of him. So I'm going to try to go here. We can actually see the ball marker already there popping up, because he's getting ready to pass this ball. And I want to be able to intercept this. And I'm also watching the other attacker that's behind me. He's over here, back here. So in this situation, I currently do not know where the ball is going. I just know that it's going over here somewhere, right over in this area. So I'm making my way to that. I'll read it. I see that I have an attacker here, so I'm probably going to be patient and watch the defender here. I'm probably not pushing up. Correct, I don't push up. I follow the attacker that's here off to the side. See him on the mini-map, just in case. But we now have the ball, and I'll be pushing up with my teammates here. So I'm pushing up. I noticed we got the steal, right? They got the steal, and the guy that I was defending just now pushed back behind me again when he got the ball. So for me now, that is first priority, because I'm the only guy between him and the goalkeeper. He passes over to the side, so I'm able to continue to shadow the attacker and put myself in a good position. If he makes this pass, I'll try to jump it, but I'm in good position here. More than likely, he's probably going to go this way, or he's going to go to another teammate here. I think that's the goalkeeper, or maybe come here. All right, we're able to at least get the trip up here, Dwayne, with some solid defense on the attack, and he sends it into the corner, which is perfect, because now that's where I'm going to go, and I bet that's where the goalkeeper is going to go, and we're both going to try to intercept this here. Dwayne, I bet, is also going to still follow. Yep, he does, and he gets it to the keeper. So keeper gets it. Oh, goes by the keeper, but we had another teammate there. He's able to get it out. He gets it to the keeper, and now we're going to clear it. So now 1 minute to go. We're pushing the ball deep again. I pushed up for a second because we had the ball, and there was plenty of space. But the moment I saw that the other team could potentially get the ball, I was back on the mini-map, and I realized there was a defender here, and I need to watch that defender. So that's what I'm doing here. Again, watching the defender. We get the ball, though, so I know we're good. So I just start walking. He makes a save, and now I'm just watching the attacker in my map, right? And I can hear him in my headphones. You hear his footsteps, right? So if we go back again here, we're going to go back. Right? Keeper's going to get the ball. Boom. I know the attacker's going that way. I'm now turning to go that way. The goalkeeper also knows because he sees him going that way. But this is a lot of space and area for me to try to intercept this ball. So he's going to go that way, and I'm going to hit extra effort, and I'm going to try to intercept this ball or whatever I can do just to stop this, right? I know I'm not going to get there. So now I'm going to position myself to get in front of him or see if the ball bounces over him. But I guarantee you the minute he collects it, I'm going to get into defensive stance. If it goes over him, I'm going to continue to the corner and I'm going to clear this out. Doesn't go over him, boom, defensive stance. Because now I'm telling him, you need to pick a spot, but I'm telling you that I'm not letting you go this way. I'm just going to literally follow you down the wall. See, I back up to make him go this way. And I've got my attacker here, Dwayne, playing some great defense as the attacker. He's going to push him down the wall as well. I'm going to see if he comes up with the steal, and then we'll go from there. He's not able to, but now he switches. There's nothing I can do here. There's a good chance he's got this guy open, and he might be looking further down to see what else is open, or he actually could go off the wall, etc. But now this is out of play. Dwayne has cut off, and now I'm just trying to cut off anything between me and the goalkeeper. That's what we're doing here. So what happens? He passes it to his teammate. Bad pass. We're able to pick it off 34 seconds ago. He just sends it down. And he probably could have attacked that there and probably wasted some more time. But he sent it down. Goalkeeper gets it. And we're immediately, boom, off of the pass. I know it's going to my right. This is a habit. You can look at my feet. I've already pumped extra effort to try to get over there. There's 3 guys here who are on the offensive attack here for the other team. So this is definitely a threat. And what ends up happening? He collects. So we're going to have this guy. Oh, sorry. We're going to have this guy probably come down the wall. And this guy's going to go this way. I'm going to try to play the middle for a second, probably, or I should try to play the middle. And then I'm going to figure out where those attackers are going and where they need the most help. So I pushed up for a brief second, and then I realized, oh no, that's not the play I should be making. Let's get back. And I split the middle. This guy is coming forward, though. So now I'm going to follow. And he goes into the corner. And I'm like, yes, I'm the only guy in the corner here. I only have the one guy that I have to watch. I'm going to beat him to the ball. My goal, because he's directly in front of me, is as soon as I gather the ball, I'm going to kick it out back behind me in hopes that my teammate who's here is going to push further towards the wall. This is going to be a blind pass no matter what I do, because I'm in the corner with an attacker and they actually have the priority of getting the steal because I'm the one backed into the corner. And the only move I have is a pass, which you see me preloading already. And I preloaded this actually off of the wall, it looks like. So it looks like it's going to bounce off of the wall and come back and possibly to Dwayne here or the other defender who's literally, or the other attacker who's right here. I don't think this was intentional in the moment, but maybe it was. Typically, I'll just send it down the line to the other attacker. You see the arrow there. But it looks like this might actually be oh, he blocks it. Okay. But I overrun. Oh, I'm able to get it, but I've accidentally passed it back the other direction. I meant to pass it forward and I sent it backwards. So mistake here by me. So they get possession, but it looks like it's gone back to the keeper here. Keeper gets it. We're in the clear. 17 seconds to go. He finds an open passing lane. That gets stolen. Now we're in trouble. 11 seconds to go. This guy has the ball. He has multiple options. He's in front. Here are the options. He doesn't have time, so the option of coming back here probably isn't going to happen, although they'll get last shot. He can pass here, or He can send it off the wall to set up his guy here. Those are probably the options he has with 11 seconds to go in the match. And I'm like, oh, we're in trouble. Dolphin dive probably saved the off the wall. So he actually had to push back. Now we're in better shape. Have an attacker here, a teammate there, and I'm in the middle. I always position in the middle because if something comes off the wall, I trust myself. I mean, I trust my teammates that I would be able to clear something off of the wall. He goes back to his teammate. We're at 8 seconds to go. So now his option, maybe another pass off the wall or a shot. Because you're running out of time. You hear that timer and you're going, right? He actually slows down here because they are going to get last shot. So even if he doesn't take a shot, as long as they hold possession, they still have the ball. So a lot of people don't realize that when you get to the end of the game. The goalkeeper has pushed up because there's no reason to be in net anymore. So they have numbers and they definitely have numbers because we still have the attacker here trying to make his way back in. So how does this end? I pushed with trust that my teammates behind me were okay and to maybe force this guy into a mistake because we have 4 seconds. But I put into a defensive stance. He sends the ball into the corner. Oh no, he's setting up blade shot here. I went too far. All right, so he's setting up blade shot is what he's doing, which is actually worst case scenario for us because it is one of the hardest shots to judge. So we're gonna get back into that play here. Right, here we come. He flicks it, blade shot. I'm already like, well, I can't do anything about this. There's no way for me to stop this. Blade shot, and we actually get the save. And that was it. And that's how we come across with the victory. And as of now, I'm in platinum, even though I think at the end of this match, I ended up in gold division 1. But that is how I break down my gameplay. That's what I'm looking at all the time when it comes to matches and how I'm breaking down what I'm doing, all of that stuff. But hopefully this helps you guys out. That's a little bit of what's going on in my head during a 6-minute match. Hopefully that helps. Enjoy the video. I hope you enjoy the content. And as always, strive for the best version of your day.